guys and girls, it's Usernamekate and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to shine a spotlight on Suzuki's Katana. Now this is a bike that I don't often see many YouTubers reviewing. It's a bit of an underdog and dark horse, and I was actually quite fortunate to ride this bike back at the original launch in, I want to say, either 2018 or 19. It was an absolutely dismal day. It was chucking it down. And since then, for 2022 and consequently 2023, the bike has had quite a few important updates, I would say, that really bring it to how it should be for 2023. So if you want to know about the changes, you want to know about the stats, the specs, and what this bike is like, then keep watching and I'll roll the intro. Right, I'm here at the Lookout Cafe. It's a new location that I've just found, and I tell you what, they do an absolutely banging salad. Goat's cheese and warm pear. Who would have thought to put that together? Not me, but it was bloody brilliant. Anyway, this is a bike channel, not a food channel, so get to the point. Right, let's start with the engine of this bike. So we have a 999cc inline 4 bike. It produces 150 brake horsepower at 11,000 RPM, and it produces 106 newton meters of torque at 9,250 RPM. At the time of filming this video, the Katana is priced at £12,299 and is available in two different colours. We have the colour option that you see here, which is grey, and we've got the kind of burgundy popping wheels along with the logo on the side in the same colour. And then we have a really nice colour for 2023, which is a blue with gold wheels. Now I've seen a grey Katana before, so I was really kind of hoping that this one would have been the blue one that I got lent, just because I think it looks really eye-catching on photos. But I also really liked the black colour option, which was available in the previous years. If we take a look at the hardware on this bike, we have some KYB 43mm upside down forks that feature fully adjustable damping, rebound, compression and spring preload. If we take a look at the rear, we have a link type rear suspension, which is adjustable for rebound damping and spring preload as well. If we take a look at the brakes on the front, Suzuki are not messing around. We've got Brembo radially mounted 4-piston monoblock front calipers, which are teamed with two 310mm discs. At the back we have a single disc with a Nissin caliper, so they've gone Brembo on the front, Nissin on the back, and of course the bike has ABS as well. So the Katana has a few nice features. We have the quick start button, which means that you can just switch the bike on, press the button once and it will fire up. You don't have to press and hold it. We have a slipper clutch with the Katana now, which just takes the worry away from dropping down a gear a bit too soon, and it just makes for nice smooth gear changes. On the topic of gear changes, we have a bi-directional quick shifter on this Katana. So we have a quick shifter up and a quick shifter down as well, which is what you will experience if you've ridden the GSX-S 1000. With the 2023 Katana, we have different modes, so we have A, B and C. A is the sharpest throttle response, real nice, sporty and fun. B is just like a standard street throttle response, and then you've got C, which is very much dulled down and very good for, you know, super smooth, comfortable, not scary power, which is great often in the rain. With this one we have 5 levels of traction control, as well as switching it off completely. Now this bike is a bloody animal when the traction control is off, let me tell you. So I've been riding around with it on 3 because it's not super intrusive, but it's also enough to make me feel comfortable. The bike has LED lights all round, and now we're just going to take a quick look at the dash. Okay, so I'm looking through the camera screen and the numbers seem to be dancing around. That is just how the camera is picking it up. They are just solid numbers. So if we look at this dash, we have the revs that go around the outside, we have a gear indicator, we have what mode we're in at the top, so you can pick A, B or C. This just reminds you that you have a quick shifter and auto blipper. Here we have our traction control settings, our miles an hour, our fuel, and then at the bottom we have a few things that we can see and rotate through if we want to. It's quite easy to change things on this bike. If you want to change the mode, you press and hold the mode button. You'll see that it highlights itself, and then you just press the down button to find what you want, either A, B or C. So say we select B, you just press the mode button once and it will select it, but we're going to go and keep it in A because that is the best mode in my opinion. If we want to change the traction control, instead of pressing and holding the mode button, we just dab it once and it will highlight this, so you can have it off completely. You can have it with level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 and level 5. So the higher it is, the more intervention you have from the traction control. If we look, the gear indicator is nice and clear and we've got all the information that we could possibly need. For 2023, I can't lie, I would have liked to have seen a colour TFT, but I wonder if it's something that Suzuki couldn't justify to do, because it is, I would imagine, quite a niche model. You've got naked 1000 power in a very, very acquired body. So I can imagine it isn't for everybody. So that may well dictate whether Suzuki could justify putting a new colour TFT on this, much like the GSX-S 1000 GT and on the new GSX 8S. Okay guys and girls, you all know that I am a 5'4" individual with a 29-inch inside leg measurement. This bike has a seat height of 825mm and it does have quite a narrow seat. So this is what it's like for me to sit on this bike. If we get it off the stand. So I am tiptoes on both sides. You guys know that I'm not so bothered about having both feet down at traffic lights, so if I scooch over, I can have a flat foot and even a bit of a bend in the leg, depending on how much my bum's hanging off. If we look at the riding position whilst I'm sat here, proper neutral naked bike riding position. Just because it's retro, don't be fooled, it is very much just like a normal naked bike in terms of riding position. If I want to put my feet on the balls of the peg, it does feel a little bit sporty, but I'm not mad at that. I kind of like it when cutting through the country lanes. But yeah, the bike also weighs 215 kilograms, but let me tell you, it really does not feel that heavy. So when I'm pushing it around outside of my garage, it is really, really easy to just get out, round, park it up. But one thing to note is it does have quite a large turning circle. It's not the tightest, you can't turn it round on a sixpence. You've really got to push it round. The bike has a 12-litre tank, which is crazily small, considering the GSX-S 1000 has a 19-litre tank and the GSX-S 1000 GT has a 20-litre tank. For this to have 12, it's very, very small. And this engine does not encourage you to ride sensibly. The sound of it, I'm going to insert some clips here just as to what the sound is like.
No, naughty, stop.
I mean, you could hear my reaction. It doesn't really beg to be ridden slowly. It likes a wee bit of the old throttle action. And also the fact that the back end is kind of sparse. We've got the reg that's held on by an extender that comes from the swing arm. It's not directly underneath the tail light. And I know this divides opinion. I actually quite like it when they look like this, but there isn't really anywhere to kind of strap luggage to this bike. So with the tank size and the lack of luggage options, possibilities, it's not looking like a bike that I would personally choose to do massive miles on. I'd definitely go for the GT, which is what we did when we went to Germany. Right guys and girls, that concludes my walk round on Suzuki's Katana. You know what? I know this bike divides a lot of people. I actually really like it. Of course it's got its flaws with this tank size. I don't know what they were thinking. But having said that, maybe they need the tank this big so that it can look the way it does, which to me is very appealing. What do you guys think about this bike? What are your opinions on it if you haven't ridden it? Because before I rode this bike, I just thought it would be a bit of an old man bike, a bit of a plodder. Let me tell you, if you haven't ridden one of these, you need to. It screams hooligan, absolute hooligan, and you would not think it. But yeah, can't wait to get the first ride impressions to you guys. If you've liked this vlog, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I do also have a Patreon for those that would like to support my journey financially. It literally starts from £1 a month. So, you know, not mega bucks hopefully. And every little helps just putting fuel in the tank for me to continue to bring you guys 2 vlogs a week. Okay, on that note, I love you and leave you guys, and I'll see you on the next vlog. Take care. Bye.